the places that you'll go.
We decided on the book Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. It is basically Dr. Seuss's guide to the journey of life. It's an inspirational book that is great for motivating students to enjoy the exploration and fun that life can bring us at any time. The age group targeted for our book is around ages 4 to 8, and we agreed that this would be a great lesson for second grade students. The story is filled with his unique illustrations and rhyme, and it is a brief story that reminds us that we can be the things that we want to be with a little bit of work and willpower. Without ignoring the basic fact of life that everything does not always go ideally, the book encourages the reader to get out there and make things happen. The book states that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you, but in the end, kid, you'll move mountains. Anything is possible for someone who puts forth a little effort.
And then class, today we will be learning about the 6 elements of music. Here I already wrote down the 6 elements, their vocab words. So now we're going to write the definition for each of those. Alright, we're going to start with expression. Does anybody have any idea what expression means in music? Yes.
Expression is like the dynamics of the song, or the dynamics of the tempo of the song.
Yes, that's correct. Alright, so next we are going to be doing an activity.
So we started off with a lesson in the classroom about the musical elements, and now we're going to be doing an activity about one of the elements, which is tempo. And we are going to be showing tempo by playing the song When I Grow Up by the Pussycat Dolls, but we're just using the instrumental version because it can get a little bit inappropriate and maybe hard for the students to follow. So what we did was we all picked our own instrument. We have the marambas, the triangle, pipes, wooden sticks, and then what we did was we ran around in a circle, and every time that the tempo would repeat the When I Grow Up part, we would all say a career that we wanted to be when we grew up.
When I grow up, I want to be an actress. When I grow up, I want to be a dancer. When I grow up, I want to be a ballerina. When I grow up, I want to be a doctor. When I grow up, I want to be a veterinarian. When I grow up, I want to be a teacher. When I grow up, I want to be a lifeguard. When I grow up, I want to be a lawyer.
For our struggling learners, we thought that we could have a definition sheet provided to them that they can use before we would do the activity, since you could do this for kind of any of the elements and change it up in any way. And then for our advanced learners, we thought that they could use multiple careers when we're going around in the circle, or they could use more difficult instruments that we've been working on in class rather than just a simple instrument such as the triangle where you're just doing one movement.
For our PE and movement activity, we decided to do a twist on the traditional ships and sailors game by making it have occupations, and students will start off with a locomotor movement, either running, walking, skipping, jogging, sprinting around in a circle, and the teacher or leader will call out different occupations for what the students will do. If a student gets out of the game, they will have to do a workout on the side, such as jumping jacks, push-ups, whatever they wish, in order to get back into the game. And the teacher can add or take away as many occupations as she wants, but we decided to start off with a few, and those are the following.
The first occupation that we chose is teacher, so when the students are prompted at the occupation teacher, they sit down crisscross applesauce, and they can't get up until the word recess is called, which is when they can resume the game. Next is hairdresser. One student will kneel down while the other is acting like they're doing their hair. Next is a vet, and one student will bend down while the other one is acting like they're taking care of the dog. Next is lawyer, which involves two students, and they play a game of rock, paper, scissors until one of them loses or wins. And last we have a doctor, which involves three students. One student is getting the surgery performed on them while two students are the doctors. We start off the game by running in a circle in kind of a large space, and when prompted we just were told to sit because it was teacher, and now recess is called and everyone stands and continues, and we keep running, skipping, jogging, whatever we wish. And now doctor was called, which involves three students, so Madison was left out and she's going to be doing jumping jacks until they hear recess again, and we all continue with the game. Skipping, running, dancing. As you can see, the advanced learner, Madison, is sprinting around the circle, whereas other students, which may be struggling learners, are just simply walking. Here's lawyer, so we're doing a game of rock, paper, scissors. And now continuing with our skips, walks, jogs. So now hairdresser was called, and we found our partners, and one person did the hair while one person received the service. And now we're all just kind of skipping, walking, jogging again, moving very slowly because maybe we're all struggling learners. Now vet was called, and one person is the animal and one person's the vet that's taking care of them. So for our art activity, you're going to need a hole punch, scissors, a Sharpie, construction paper, and something that is going to be able to hang your hot air balloon. And so we started off by having an outline of the hot air balloon that was already provided for the students, and the students are going to outline it in Sharpie, outline the dotted line, and on one side of it it's going to say, what do you want to be? And that is aiming towards their occupation or career when they grow up. And then the students are going to cut that out following the guidelines with the dotted lines to help them. This is a technique for struggling learners who may not be able to hold scissors properly, and it might be a difficult task for them. So then on the other side of the hot air balloon, the students are going to write what they actually want to be when they grow up, and then they'll use the actual balloon part, the top part, to draw any visuals that they think of associated with this career choice, and they can kind of use any media that they want. It's just a fun way to make their hot air balloons more expressive and creative in their own way. They now punch a hole in the top, and that hole is going to be for a pipe cleaner to be able to hang it, and then you just twist it up and that creates a hole. And we plan to hang these on top of the ceiling so that the whole class can see them. And now we have Hennessy displaying our final product. A big thank you to everyone who watched our video and enjoyed our lessons about Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. We really enjoyed creating this video. We had a lot of fun doing it, and we really liked coming up with the ideas for art, PE, and music.